Welcome to another technical support video from SR Portables. We get a lot of customer queries asking us about wattage, the inverters in the different models of units, and what kind of devices can they run. And a lot of people also ask, well, how do I tell what sort of wattage my device is that I want to run? So taking a quick look at the three main units, the Tia has a 100 watt inverter giving us 100 watts of AC. The Clio has a 300 watt inverter, giving us 300 watts of AC, and the Minotaur has a 1200 watt inverter, giving us 1200 watts of AC. So not only is that the output of the unit, all of the units have protection. That's important, and one of the key things when looking at which brand to buy. Are they smart, well protected and well designed? So these units, if we do draw too much, they will trigger protection, and they will shut the inverter down and present you with an error code. That error code is in the user manual. It's also available online with the downloadable PDF user manuals to explain that you just need to turn the unit off, on, remove the overloaded device, and everything's operational again. So being smart with good self-protection means that you are safe. So when we look at the wattage, a common question is, well, that's okay, but most people aren't sure. There's great news there, that all 240 AC devices typically will display on the back of the unit somewhere in writing. It's hard to see, but trust me, it is here, that this power supply for a laptop says 45 watts. So I've just looked on the device for where it's labeled. There's power tools as well, and they say quite clearly, here we have one, and it's 1150 watts. So I can find the information quite easily, and I can then make a safe decision which unit is the right unit, and am I safe to power this appliance. So it's quite easy to understand once you know where to go for the information. There's another question that people commonly ask, and that is, why are we expressing the batteries in watt hours and not amp hours? So I'll give you a little bit of an example that will explain to you why it's the safest to express it into watt hours. So we've got 100 watts, and in this unit we have 130 watt hour battery. In the Clio, rounded to 400 watt hours, and in the Minotaur we have 1400 watt hours. So quite simply, if we were to go and draw 100 watts out of the Tia, we can draw 100 watts for 1.3 hours. We can draw 100 watts constant out of the Clio for 4 hours, or out of the Minotaur, we can draw that 100 watts for 14 hours. So that's why it's very easy then to calculate what kind of device I can run for how long. We don't say amp hours because that can change the equation. If someone's drawing 10 amps out of a 12 volt point, 10 times 12 is 120 watts. Whereas if they're drawing 10 amps out of a 240 volt point, that's actually 2,400 watts. So because the voltages are so diverse, we've got 5 volt, we've got 12 volt, we've got 240 volt, we can't just say it in amps because people will misunderstand it and miscalculate it. So we've got the inverters in watts, the batteries in watt hours. We can easily work out what the device will use and then how long it'll last. That also helps us to understand, well, which device is for me. If I'm only powering small things, tablets, laptops, phones, and occasionally repowering that laptop when I'm out in the field, then the Tia is fantastic. If I'm going to power larger laptops, work lights, some small tools, and be out in the field for extended periods like a photographer, or doing film work, or I've got a small family, then the Clio is ideal for me to get through a whole workday. Whereas if I want to actually power a large campsite, small camper, caravan, run genuine power tools on a work site, cover emergency services and power a small home, a fridge and lighting, then I know that the Minotaur is absolutely going to knock that out of the park, and then that's the right unit for me. So understanding the devices you want to run and the things you want to do is really important when making a decision as to which unit to buy. But again, understand the wattage is typically displayed on the device. The units, it's very clear what they have in terms of power and battery. The information is on our website. There is FAQs to go to. And if there is an issue and you do accidentally plug the wrong thing in, they do have error codes, and all that information again is on our website, or you can get in contact with us. Hopefully that makes it easy to understand and lets you go out and have camping and have a lot more fun and be a lot more relaxed enjoying your SR portable unit. Thank you.